doing music, and it's like, you know, as time evolved, you were doing, you were acting, you were directing, you were, you know, and then you started rapping, you know, spoken word, active. Like, let us know, like, how all that came to be.
Well, you know, after leaving high school, I kind of had a moment of, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I wasn't surrounded by the right people. I wasn't doing the right things for my life. And I felt like I was wasting talent. I felt like I would be cheating myself if I didn't try to do what I am capable of doing. So, you know, I went into film, and it was beautiful. I loved acting. I loved performing. You know how we are.
Right.
We love performing, putting on a performance, but it just still wasn't feeding me the way I needed it to feed me. I felt like I was being someone else all the time, that I still was running away from learning who I am as a person. So one day I was having a party and I started freestyling, and it was just about this like political shit, and I didn't even know that I knew what I knew, but I was drunk and I was just like, wow. People was in the room like, yo, I didn't know. And I'm just like, I didn't know either. That was the feeling of like, yo, I just found myself.
Right. Wow.
Something, and it was just like, yo, this is who I am. Like, this is the most I've touched people that I love in a while off of a craft. So I was like, I just need to practice this. I need to be the best in it. So that's how I started to, you know, get on this musical journey. So like after I started rapping, that came with me doing research. If I needed to know what was powerful to rap about, I needed to do research. I needed to learn about myself, about my history. And through it, I'm just seeing a lot of like similarities with the way I was raised, with the way that I was brought up in the district. Like all of these things that happened to me that made me seem lesser than. And then by the time I graduate, it's like I'm out here. I don't have a GPA high enough to go to college. I can't really fulfill my dreams. There's no money for this. Like, there's no money for anything except for me to stay home and be surrounded by the same people I've been surrounded by my whole entire life. And I was just like, this is not how my life is supposed to be. I was always a good student. I always had good grades. Like, I just was a little Miss God was funny. Like, I'm funny. Like, I'm a class clown. I'm a class clown. Heck, I laugh. Sometimes I don't. But that never got in the mix of who I was as a student. Just being a leader and just wanting to learn. Like, we've always been hands-on kids. So it's just like, I knew that there was something wrong in that. And I couldn't let that happen to anyone else. I would never want someone to feel like they have nothing to do. They cannot be anyone just because of what someone else taught them. You know, we have to reteach the youth that you are powerful, you are able of doing whatever you want to do. If I was this resilient in high school, like, I just think, like, who knows what I would have been or what I would have been doing, who I could have helped. But it's like, I have to rewrite that now. It's like you learn it, and it's your responsibility to help people not go through what you went through. And being so powerful and so capable, it's like, I wouldn't be who I'm supposed to be if I just sit here and waste it because I'm afraid. Right. Like, what is fear? Right. Fear is a taught thing. We are taught to fear heights. We are taught to fear food, vegetables. We are taught to fear these things. Like, our parents were taught to fear. We're not taught to speak to them as, like, friends. It's like a, you listen to me kind of thing. We're taught to fear that instead of loving and just existing and just being and living. And it's like, we have to teach through example. I have to be an example.
Vote for Felisha, y'all.
Vote really for president. If you don't, it's a wrap. Oh my God. I want to give a shout out to Purple Spirit just for allowing me to be out tonight. And y'all could probably see me in the crowd right there. I'm going to be doing this. So that's what I'm going to be doing right there, right now. And thank you, Purple Spirit, for just allowing me to be a part of this special night. I appreciate it, and I love y'all. One time.